I remember the day very well. I think I was a junior in high school. Henry County Board of Education came down to our family farm and they parked on the edge of one of the 40-acre tracts where my dad had crops. It was part of the farm that he inherited from my great-granddad, and it was about 25% of everything he had in the ground as far as his crops. And they came out there that day and my dad said, "Why are y'all here?" And they said, "We're gonna build a high school right here. We're gonna take this land and we're gonna put a school called Luella High School right here on this 40 acres. And my dad said, "No, you're not. This is my farm, this is my livelihood, you aren't taking my land." If you know anything about eminent domain law, they could take his land. And my dad went and hired a lawyer and tried to fight the system. And he made them go all the way through the process of a week-long jury trial to take this land. And I went those last 2 days, and in particular the last day of that trial as the jury delivered their verdict. And I was upset. We knew the outcome, what was going to be. But still, I felt like the system was working against my dad. I felt like he was outgunned with the lawyers in town. I felt like the system came and took advantage of him. They could have built this somewhere else. They didn't have to build it right there. And I watched my dad struggle because real estate values were not very high at that time. So what they were paying him was not enough to make up for what he was losing when it comes to his ability to make money for his family. And I left court that day very upset, but I was inspired and said, if I could ever figure out how, I'm going to go to law school, and one day I'll go fight for people like my dad. But the biggest lesson I learned that day, beyond me being upset, once I settled down, my dad sat me down and said, there's a system in place, and the system did work. We weren't happy with the outcome. But this is the only system in the world, and really the basis of our whole republic. This idea where someone with all the resources in the world, all the money in the world, all the power, can go toe-to-toe with the person without any resources, without any power, and be equal under the law. At least that's how it's supposed to work. And what I've seen in my time serving in the state house and then the state senate is the left has taken that system and twisted it, and twisted every way it can to their advantage. When the left can't win elections, and they can't win debates under the Gold Dome, what do? They rush across the street from the state house to the courthouse, and they sue. We saw this, of course, with President Trump. When he was elected in 2016, they threw everything they could at him and his family those 4 years. And then after the 2020 election, they did everything they possibly could to make sure he would never be president again.